An early morning fire shook a Maple Grove neighborhood, leaving one family without their home. The fire started around 2 a.m. Friday in a neighborhood just east of the Elm Creek Park Reserve. When firefighters arrived, flames could be seen along the roof. The heat also made putting out the fire more challenging. A total of 50 firefighters were needed due to that heat. Neighbor Ken Shumack awoke to police knocking on his door, alerting him. He couldn't believe his eyes as he describes firefighters battling the fire.
There's still flames everywhere, and you could tell by the water that was spraying up that the firefighters were right in the house in the flame. I can't imagine doing something like that. And once the roof was totally breached, then the whole underside of the eaves just erupted in flame, and it was just spilling out everywhere.
The family was able to make it out safely and no one was injured. The cause is under investigation. A celebration of culture and religion takes place in Maple Grove this weekend. It was 15 years ago that members of the Hindu faith took a leap of faith and chose the city to be a destination for Hindus to carry out their religion. Today, there are 50,000 Hindus from across the Midwest who visit the Maple Grove Temple. The temple is one of the largest in the United States. Starting Friday, organizers expect as many as 2,000 people to come to the temple for an anniversary celebration and to dedicate a new space for worship and observance. Governor Tim Walz will be visiting on Saturday morning. This weekend, there will be a chance to sample Indian meals, attend a classical dance performance, and other events to mark 15 years in Maple Grove. School may have come to a close, but one project that started at a Brooklyn Park Elementary School will continue throughout the summer. As Delane Cleveland reports, the project is thanks to a partnership between the Three Rivers Park District and the City of Brooklyn Park.
The end of the school year is always cause for celebration.
I say garden, you say party, garden, party, garden, party.
But these students from Zanewood Community School aren't just expressing their joy over 3 months of summertime freedom.
Today was a lot of fun. I did a lot of things today. I got to show people around the garden.
Yes, how are the strawberries coming?
No, this event commemorates a transfer of power involving the school's backyard garden.
It was just beautiful seeing all of them surround the garden, and it was kind of like who was gifting it to who.
Dre Wakely is an environmental educator from the Three Rivers Park District, which for the past few months has worked with Zanewood students to build this garden from scratch, using money from the Federal CARES Act.
As Three Rivers came here and taught every grade level, preschool to 5th grade. Then on top of that, they were doing science classes out here, art classes, math classes. So the garden was occupied by students all during the day.
The garden started in the spring, and in that short time span,
We did a lot of things.
students helped turn what used to be the site of their old playground into a cornucopia of flowers, fruits, and vegetables.
That's awesome. Did you guys plant the strawberries?
Yet with the school year ending, the garden won't be neglected.
They started the garden, and then we're going to be carrying it through the summer.
Steve Thompson is a supervisor at the Zanewood Rec Center, and over the next 3 months, more than 300 kids in the summer rec program will help water the garden and harvest the produce.
Very hands-on experiential learning around nutrition, around the science behind gardening.
The students will get to learn where their food comes from, they'll care for something living, and they'll be outdoors. Then when September rolls around, the students from Zanewood School will pick up right where the summer kids left off.
So that feels really good that we had all these individuals contribute their time and effort to make it possible.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
There's a mini cultural festival of sorts going on this weekend in Brooklyn Park. Neil Persley shows us what it's all about in today's Weekend Showcase.
This weekend, you have the opportunity to take in a free mini cultural festival at the Brooklyn Park Library.
On Saturday and Sunday, it's a 2-day street theater, a little mini fest. On both days, you'll see 2 different stories or 2 different plays, so you can come out on both days. On Saturday and Sunday, you see totally 2 different shows, covering about 14 stories from community members from the northwest suburbs, so Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center.
The performances are presented by Sea Echoes Through Rivers. C stands for Southeast Asian Voices. I caught one of the rehearsal sessions during the week before the performances. There will be 14 stories told over the 2 days, written and performed by local actors.
I contributed a story called A Dragon's Tale for this project. It's one about Hmong folklore in our culture that revisits back in our homeland in Laos.
The hope of the project is to share stories of the Southeast Asian diasporic experience. Sunny Tao wrote 2 pieces for the project.
Small Talk, and it's about a young girl who goes to Laos for the first time, which is her home country, and she experiences an indescribable feeling of what it means to finally come home and also seeing her dad.
But the live street performances aren't the only thing going on outside the library.
At 3 o'clock, it starts at 3, so 3 to 5. And there'll be food trucks here and good music and things like that.
Links to the Sea Echoes Through Rivers project and the Brooklyn Park events page will be up on our website at CCX Media. For Weekend Showcase in Brooklyn Park, Neil Persley, CCX News.
Golden Valley's Pride Festival will look different again this year due to the pandemic. This year, the community is invited to come together to support a local food shelf. The festival usually attracts roughly 5,000 people. It started in 2016 as a way to support the city's gay community. The event was changed to benefit PRISM with a food and necessities drive. It takes place from noon until 4 p.m. Saturday at Brookview Park. Items especially needed include hygiene products, cleaning supplies, beverages and snacks, older kids' clothing, and children's shoes.
The Hopkins baseball team played very well down the stretch this season. The Royals took aim at the Section 6 4A title this week. Jay Wilcox reports.
Hopkins hosting St. Louis Park in the Section 6 4A baseball final. The Royals needing 1 win to advance, the Orioles needing 2. After Park gets a run on the top of the first, Hopkins answers in the bottom of the frame as Ryan McGee launches one to deep left center that bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. Jake Perry scores, and the Royals add 2 more for a 3-1 lead. The Orioles come right back as Ben Farley laces one down the right field line with the bases full in the second. All 3 runners score, and when the throw to third to try to get Farley gets away, he pops up to score as well. Just like that, it's 6-3 St. Louis Park. But Hopkins hits it all day. In the second, Jack Mauser crushes it down the left field line, and that one's gone. A 2-run shot pulls the Royals within 6-5. An inning later, it's Maddox Mikalakis going deep, this time to right center field. This one's a solo shot to make it 6-6. Maddox Mikalakis leads off the tied at 7 in the fourth when Brock Zimmer lines a hit to center field. That scores Perry, and Hopkins leads for good at 8-7. A couple of batters later, Jack Primusberger comes through, tagging it to right center field. Zimmer is in to score to make it 10-7 Hopkins. And on a rough day for pitchers, reliever Gabe Olson settles things down for Hopkins as the Royals win 15-8 to win the Section 6 championship. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Champlin Park, Maple Grove, and Wayzata all reached their respective section finals in girls lacrosse. Maple Grove was the lone one of the 3 to qualify for state.
Elk River Zimmerman and Maple Grove meeting in the heat Wednesday for the Section 8 girls lacrosse title. Tied 1-1 in the second half when ERZ's Maddie Christian powers through 2 Maple Grove defenders, gets in close to score. The Elks have the lead at 2-1. The Crimson come back from the free position as Becky Getz scoring her 46th goal of the season, and the game is tied at 2. A few minutes later, Maddie Bass comes from behind the Elks net, fakes the defender, and beats the goalie to score. She's excited, and it's 3-2 Maple Grove. Courtney Lysing backs away from the defensive pressure and goes low with her shot and scores. It's Lysing's second goal of the game, and that makes it 4-2. Maple Grove wins 4-2, earning the program's 6th section title in school history. It's on to state next week for the Crimson.
It's so exciting. This is my 4th year, I think, on the team playing with varsity, so my 4th time going. I'm super stoked, and this group of girls is so talented, and I'm just so excited to see where we go in the state tournament.
I think we can go pretty far. I think we play hard and we got it in us. We play as a team, and if we play like that, we can beat a lot of teams that come up against us, so I think we're going to get pretty far.
After missing our season last year, it's kind of crazy just kind of being able to go back, not really knowing what our season would look like, and I don't know, there's not really words for it. Being with this group of girls, fighting for it all season, practicing through rain and 90-degree weather, it's definitely something that we can't take for granted, and we got to show up next week, but it's exciting.
Maple Grove plays Rosemont in the state lacrosse quarterfinals at 11 a.m. Wednesday at Stillwater High School. The Benilde St. Margaret's girls play Eden Prairie in the first round Wednesday at 3 o'clock. It's a busy week ahead with the state boys lacrosse, baseball, softball, and boys and girls golf tournaments all getting underway Tuesday across the state. That's all for sports. I'm John Jacobson.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.